morning and welcome back to our Earthbox growth series. We are on week 4, day 30, and I'm going to show you our progress. Look at how big they're getting. Okay, as we remember, this is our Mexican midget. Look at how big it grew. We have our basil in the middle and our black krill. So let's see if we see any fruit. We didn't see any on week 3, so now we're on week 4. So let's get closer. Let's see what we have. So I remember last week we had some flowering, which we have some more up here. And it's very hardy, very hardy. These stems are beautiful. So let's look and see. Oh, look what I found, my first fruit. So Mexican midget was the first one, the cherry tomato, 2 flower, and then fruit. So that'll be a little cherry tomato. Okay, there was one other thing I did want to tell you, is when I first planted this, I had put a stake inside, which you see the stake in the middle, and it needed to be held onto the stake because it was so small it was flopping over. So I had tied it up with a piece of twine. So now week 4, I'm going to cut the twine. We don't need that anymore, so just gently, just cut that right off. And you're gonna get your twine that I had put on, but now that we have the cage and it's growing within the cage, it doesn't need that anymore. So at this week, I'm going to be cutting the twine off both plants. And it's very sturdy, as you can see. It doesn't need that. And you could look for some suckers if you have any in there that are drawing the nutrients away from the plant. And I have some babies, but nothing to really worry about. And then we have our basil. So our basil is bushing beautifully. This is New York climate. We are in June. With the New York climate, it's not so hot. I live on Long Island. It's been warm, so I've been watering it more often. So I would say between every other day and now going on to every day. And then in June, July, and August, I will be watering every single day. We do have some 80-degree days recently, so those days will be watered. And here's the black krill. So that's growing very nicely also. And I haven't seen any flowers just yet. Oh, I see something here. So as you can see in here, we're going to be getting some fruit on this one also. So week 4 in New York, I am seeing in my Earthbox growth and fruit starting. That's where we're at. Cucumber. This is growing every day. It's growing bigger and bigger. So I'm really excited about that. And this one's only, I believe this is about 2 weeks. The cucumber's been in here about 2 weeks. I planted that a little bit later. So thank you for joining me on day 30 of my Earthbox growth series. And I will be back next week to show you more growth. Thank you. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my Earthbox growth series. We are on week 5, day 39 today. I was away for the weekend, so I did want to do a check-in. You're never gonna believe how big they're getting. Here we are. They are so big, they don't even know what to do with themselves. We are at week 5, day 39, and I'm just coming out to look at them for the second time today, and they're growing towards the house. So I'm gonna pick them up a little bit. I'm gonna straighten this out a little bit without it breaking. Again, we have our tomato cage in there, and this is the Mexican midget. So these are gonna be the cherries, and they're growing really tall. It's taller. It's officially taller than me today. Wow, that's unbelievable. It's very warm here in New York. So I am watering. I'm trying to water every day. I did go away for the weekend and I was able to just fill the reservoir, and the soil stayed very moist, so that was fine. So you can go away for a few days and not have to worry about it because it holds the water within the box. And here we are. Here is our basil, and this is growing daily, bigger and bigger every day. And then our black krill is gonna be here. I do see some flowering in there, which I was excited about because I hadn't seen it for a while. It took this one a little longer to flower than the other one. And again, always remember to take out off your suckers. I did last night when I got home from being away, and I tried to feed it through the cage as best as I can without breaking a stem. So this stem yesterday I went to try to feed under here and I did break it. So I just gave it a clean cut. So hopefully that'll be okay. Let's come around here and I'll show you what I have seen under here. I did see some. There they are. Look at those on that branch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nothing red yet here in New York. Here's some more. That's why I bought the wheels, so I can move it around if I need to. Again, there's your water reservoir. And I'm very proud of this. So our cherry tomatoes are growing a lot taller, faster. Not to say that it's going to get more fruit, I don't know, but I am new to this, so it's all fun. I love checking on it every day. I can't believe how big it's grown. And are you ready to see my cucumbers? Look at these babies. I mean, they're just huge. Look at that. These started as seeds. Seeds in my house. I started them. So thank you for joining me again. This is a week 5 check-in. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Earthbox growth series. We are on week 6 of our tomato growing series. You're never gonna believe how big they got. They're bigger than me. I think they're taller than me. I'm 5'2". It doesn't take too much to be taller than me, but now my tomato plants are bigger than me. So I'm very excited on showing you them, and we're gonna go outside and we're gonna take a look. Let's start here with my cucumbers. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I've ever grown cucumbers, and I totally put it in the right spot because it's grabbing onto my banister. I've never ever seen anything like it in my whole life. So it's so cool. I'm very new to this, as we can tell, but it grabs on. I help it a little bit, like I'll feed it along here. See, that one's grabbing down there. I'll like turn it towards, see, this one's grabbing here. This one will turn towards here and it'll eventually go up. Wow, look at that. So, waiting to get some flowering on this. Looks like here we may get some. Ready for the big reveal of the tomatoes? Now, this is me coming out here and not even touching it yet today. I can't even get it all in the frame. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. It's taller than me. Let's see if we can show it. Oh, I'll show you. I'll turn around later and show you. So here we are. Oh, look! Week 6 in New York. Oh, they're getting, I'm gonna get a lot of, now this is the Mexican midget. Gotta be careful. And then this one is the black krill. It's a lot shorter. So as you can see, it does lean a little bit to the left. It comes this way a little bit. So I come out here and I straighten them and I trim them. This week I did trim a lot of the just growth, plant growth that has no flowering or no, which I'm gonna do again today. Like that's one, this is one, has no flowers, no buds or anything on it. And that helps it gain some of the nutrients it needs to grow these little baby fruits, which we're getting so many. That's my first black krill I'm noticing. So it's very little still. We're into July here in New York, so it does take a little longer. I may need to put my tomatoes in a sunnier space because I do have some friends that are growing tomatoes and theirs are growing a little bit faster. And here's my basil, which I learned how to trim and clip the basil. So what I do is I count back, and when I see 2 little buds like that, I'll leave those to grow bigger, and I would take these, pinch these right off, the larger ones off. And then you could put these in a little glass of water and they will stay for a while in the house until you're ready to use them. So this has definitely bushed out since I've been trimming it. I'm getting more leaves due to doing that. You do not want your basil to start flowering, so you do have to keep up with it. Then you just pinch it right off, or you can cut it off however you like. There you go, I got 2 beautiful pieces right there. So it's looking pretty healthy. Wow, I'm gonna get tons of cherry tomatoes on this plant. It's my first time growing from an Earthbox. And look at this. It's gonna be taller than the house soon. I'm very, very, very excited. Thank you for checking in with me. That was week 6.